I learned a long time ago that there's something worse than missing the goal, and that's not pulling the trigger. Mia Hamm. If you're wondering what it takes to make this your best year ever, we want to share our annual planning strategy with you that helps us create an effective and actionable plan for going after the life we want for our family.
Hey guys, it's Amber and Jared here with Holy City Family. Our mission is to empower you to achieve financial independence so that you can pursue your dreams and ambitions in life.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss our new videos that we're putting out every Sunday at 10 a.m. We've got some amazing content lined up for you guys. We're going to be sharing the 5 stocks we're buying now. We're going to be providing a detailed stock analysis on NEO and Rivian. And then we're also going to be sharing our recap of 2021 with you guys.
Subscribe to our channel. Please. Subscribe to our channel. Say please. Say please.
The first tip we have for you is to set SMART goals. Is it specific? What do you want to do? Is it measurable? How will you know when you've reached it? Is it achievable? Are you able to take action to achieve your goal? Is it relevant? Is it aligned to your mission and to your life right now? Is it timely? When do you exactly want to accomplish this goal?
So here's our annual goal setting tool that we use. First, we take three different copies. One copy is for myself, one copy is for Jared, and then one is our family goal. The idea is that you work through one of the copies for yourself, and then you set the time to come together and share some of your personal goals, and then work through the last copy for your family goals. Once we finish that, we choose the top 3 goals that we want to focus on throughout the next year. For us, we choose to make this a special occasion where we set aside a date night, or we do something at home, or we go to a special dinner, and we try to commemorate that day.
So one of our favorite parts is picking the word of the year. I don't know why this is so much fun, but I like it. We choose a specific word for the year, one that's a consistent theme for us, and then we also like to put this word in a very focal point of our house, highly visible, so that we're reminded of it and so that we stick with it throughout the year. Some of the previous words that we've picked throughout the past few years, just as an example for you guys. One time we picked perseverance, we picked raising arrows. I think that was when we had Michaela. Cherish every moment, and grace.
So you might be asking, how do I choose that word of the year? So we have a few easy steps to help guide you through that process. Step 1, reflect. Reflect on the past year and ask yourself some of these questions. What could I use more of in my life? What could I use less of in my life? What characteristics would I like to have? By the end of the day, I feel blank. How do I want to feel? And we actually would recommend taking all of your responses and putting them in a word map to see what words or phrases pop out to you the most.
Step 2 is to visualize. Visualize what the perfect day would look like to you. Think about how you want your routine to feel. Think about how you feel at work and throughout the day. And how do you want to feel before you go to bed? Meditate on this and ask yourself, what do I want to focus on this year?
So step 3 is to create a list. We recommend spending about 10 to 15 minutes creating a list of words that come to your mind and just like randomly write them down. And some examples are align, serve, hope, explore, abundance, present, simplify, balance, commit. Again, with this, I think a great way to show this and to show what words pop out is a word map.
Yeah, I like that.
That visual tool is great to use.
Step 4 is review and refine. Now take a look at your list and narrow them down. Circle the top 3 to 5 words. Do any of the words jump out at you? Sometimes the words that scare you the most can be the right ones. And then at the same time, they can be a word that brings you peace and empowerment.
So the last step in creating your word is to ask yourself, are you interested or are you committed? And I was reading something and then watching a video. John Assaraf was talking about one of his mentors in a video that he created, and who at the time was asking him questions to determine whether or not he was going to hire him. And he asked him that question, are you interested or are you committed? And if you're merely interested, then chances are you'll make excuses as to why you're not putting forth the effort to actually make those changes. But if you're committed to your word, you'll do whatever it takes to implement that word into your life, into your year.
Here are some other areas that we look at for the upcoming year, and we like to set budgets for those. So one of them is looking at a giving section, and we think about which organizations we want to support that year and how much we may want to give throughout the year. Another thing is we like to think about the budget for birthdays, for anniversaries, Easter, Christmas, anything that might come up throughout the year. And I have to admit that I don't know if it's just me being a guy or me being big on budgeting, but this is something that I really enjoy doing this ahead of time so that when that moment comes up, we've already talked about it. It doesn't become a conflict between us. We also create a budget for vacations, and we think through that proactively for the next year, including an overall budget and time of the year so that we can plan for that ahead of time.
Right.
And for next year, for example, we're planning to go to Yellowstone in the spring, whatever time we can go when certain areas are not closed because they're frozen or snow. And then also Disney World.
Right.
And another thing, when looking at a family budget, we like to look back at the previous year and analyze how we've done, how much money we've spent, and then make adjustments for the next year.
Mm-hmm. And we use Mint. Again, we kind of go back in Mint, and then we pull from that.
Oh, that's right. And we actually did a video on that, which we'll link above and in the description. And you guys can look at how we budget, how to set up a budget from scratch, and how to maintain that throughout the year.
So a couple of other things that we look at are planning weekend getaways, and that could be with your spouse or your significant other. We plan date nights together, and this is actually one area that we know we need to build on in the coming year.
Yeah, especially with 3 kids.
We have 3 kids under 5, and then we don't have any family nearby, so really focusing on that and getting creative with those moments, and then planning out any potential projects that you might foresee in the next year. And along with that budget and prioritizing that task. And those could be house and yard projects. It could be hobbies that you've always wanted to try, or any DIY idea, for me, seeing on Pinterest.
So the last thing you want to do is set milestones for each of your goals. And we recommend meeting quarterly to evaluate those goals and see how you guys are doing.
Yeah, and so now it's your turn. You want to click on the link in the description below for our annual planning tool so that you can use it to help with next year and your planning and your budgets. The new year is coming. Let's make it a good one and start it on the right foot. So thank you so much for watching this video all the way through. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. And join us as we learn, save, and grow together.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Happy planning.
Have a good weekend.
Bye. Have a good day. Subscribe to our channel. Please. Subscribe to our channel. Can you please? Can you please?
Say bye-bye.
Get in my
All of our videos are for informational purposes only and do not constitute financial advice. Please do your own research. Consult a certified and trusted financial planner who will put your interest above their own before following any advice we may offer.